Hello there, everybody.
Hello, people.
Welcome back to the podcast.
The podcast.
You're not meant to do the intros, you fucking
No,
nonsense.
but we do it every now and then, though, so I just do it whenever I can be bothered to.
Welcome to episode 5 and 6 combined. This is a weird.
Yeah,
this is a weird way of doing it, but there's been a whole debacle of no podcasts recently, which I'll just explain away. Dylan has moved into a new studio flat. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And then
I think the last podcast was like the day before I moved, wasn't it?
something like that. You were still in temporary accommodation. No, it was like the week before you moved.
Well, no, it had to have been. We'd be 4 weeks behind, not 3.
Yeah, we're like 3 weeks behind. I'm just gonna quickly explain why.
I moved in 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. So
people.
So this can be instead of the rambly, it's explanation time for once.
Yeah.
So Dylan just moved into a flat, and during that time there was a whole debacle of him coming down to mine, and were we going to do a podcast down here? The original plan, due to Dylan not having much internet, and I don't remember how reliable your data was in there at first. The original plan was, yes, we were going to do it. You had the bright idea you wanted to do a lot of drinking beforehand. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing a drunk podcast with you.
But even though you supported it at first, you fucking cunt.
I supported it at first, but then after I met you in person, I'm just like, I really do not need this.
I'm actually a lot more bearable in person than
You're really
in person
not.
when I'm drunk.
You're really
when I'm
not.
drunk. When I'm drunk. So
I fucking
your loss.
doubt that. So there was a whole debacle over that, but I think due to space reasons and like I didn't want to be overcrowded between Dylan and wherever, he ended up, because I think you'd have ended up sitting to my left.
Yeah.
So you know where that is, close to my living room door than I would have.
Yeah.
Been. I'd have been stuck right between you and the armchair, the sofa, and just like, too much crowd!
Yeah, but then I could just sat on the armchair or the sofa and just done it there. So in which case it wouldn't be as crowded, because that area's already crowded, but it's not like affecting you, so that'd been done. It'd been easier that way. And then the podcast would have actually been done, you fucking cunt.
But I think we later on agreed, because it was only episode 5 that had come out. I later said to you, I don't think there's enough to discuss here to warrant a whole podcast.
Of course, other people would disagree.
Yeah, others will disagree, but I think it's just because I don't have much to say about it. In general, like that was the one with the fucking doll guy, all dolled up. But I didn't think there was much really to discuss there. I think like the majority of the episode was filler. They had a couple of bits that weren't filler as much. But so that's what's happened. But also then it just came down to a matter of time, and me and Dylan had been doing other things as well. And I think we'd both sort of appreciated the break that we were having, even though we had sort of just come back from one anyway, because we'd just started up season 2 of the podcasts. Haven't we?
Pretty much.
But because we're doing this literally like a day or two before we record episode 7 and put that out, we're not going to discuss the news or do any theories. We're just going to discuss episode 5 for like 10 minutes, because I don't think there's much more to say.
And because of your fucking stupidity, you got to put up with me 2 days in a row.
I've got a feeling that we'll probably end up doing the other one on Monday, because I'm...
No, have to do it tomorrow.
No,
have to do it tomorrow.
We can do it on Monday and get it done, uploaded on Monday. I say that because I'm probably going to my parents to set up Christmas decorations with them, and I'm doing my own. So, Mr. Bar Humbug over there is not going to get Christmas decorations this year.
Oh, shut up! I've got no reason to. I've got no one come around at Christmas. I've got no reason to.
You could have friends round, surely.
Not really. I mean,
So we're not going to discuss the news. We're not going to discuss theories. This is just going to be a quick, short, sharp episode, just so we sort of stay on track. So this is episode 6, and then we've got episode 7, and we're back up straight.
Yeah, because we'll be doing 3 podcasts in the span of
4 days.
4 days. Yeah.
We'll have a day in between them. I think that'll be good for both of us.
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
We've got
Monday or Tuesday.
Free. No, we'll have tomorrow. We don't do one because this is Saturday, 1st of December. Merry Christmas! Enjoy your advent calendars.
Oh yeah. Well.
And then Monday we record episode 7. Get that out. We do episode 8. Get that out at the normal scheduled time. Which seems to be Mondays. I don't really know how that happened, but it did. So there's that, but also we've got about 45 or so minutes, maybe an hour, in which to do all of this, because I'm going out and I need to hurry the fuck up with all of this shit. And I've got to set it to upload first. Though Chris is a manager on my YouTube channel, so I could probably ask him to do it.
There you go.
Actually, no, I can't, because he's not got access to the files on my computer. I don't fucking know. But
well,
I don't think
remember,
there's much else an explanation.
If we don't do it tomorrow, then you're gonna have to get up early on Monday so we can get out before Monday night.
No, I can put it out before Monday night, even if I get up fairly late. As long as we have it done by 4, it'll be out by 5, hopefully.
Good.
But we were meant to record this a couple of days ago, Dylan. But you, being the fucking genius that you are, slept in all day until 4 p.m.
My defense, though.
There's no defending it because
I can't control my body like when I'm asleep, can I?
So you ring me, and then after that, I'm just like, well, no, I don't want to do it because I don't want to annoy my neighbours. If this goes on for a long time, they're going to want to just have some peace now. So basically, Dylan's a fucking idiot. Anyway, episode 5, because I think that's everything done in terms of explanation. It took about 7 minutes to do. Not really much to discuss, like I said. Like, what did you think of it?
It was alright. Not the worst episode. I would say. I wouldn't say it's the worst.
I wouldn't say it's the worst, but also I wouldn't say it's particularly good. It felt like a running.
It's badly timed. Badly timed. That's for sure.
No, I just don't think it was particularly good. Like, the majority of stuff in there was filler.
Yeah. But what you have to admit though, it was even worse because it's badly timed.
It was worse because it was badly timed.
If it's come out a week beforehand, it wouldn't have mattered as much.
Yep.
But no, they had a week break. Then so it ended up being like 3 weeks after Halloween by the end of it, didn't it?
Because typical American elections.
Not even that.
Fucking American politics.
No, not even that. Wait, no, the break was in between.
It was on
episode 3 and 4. It was in between episode 3 and 4. The break actually. They made that 1 week break because of the elections. The whole that's 2 weeks. It
doesn't matter.
After.
They badly timed it. The majority of it just felt like filler. We're not really going to break down the characters or anything. They didn't really have much to do. I will say one. I will praise one though. Cecile finally looked like she was doing something important in this episode. She was doing stuff that actually contributed. Like it looked minor, but she was doing it, which is good. As in, she was telling all the stories about Iris and trying to put her in a different light to Nora and everything.
Yeah.
You don't fucking remember?
Barely.
You're an
because
idiot.
We did not really. I didn't have any opportunity to watch it to refresh my mind before this podcast because you ended up not doing it yesterday. Because you ended up being fucking busy because of your fucking PIP claim.
Yes, I went for an assessment for something yesterday morning.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert, you Americans won't get it. It's English.
Basically, it's benefits.
No, it's special benefits. Because we're retards.
You're an idiot.
Well, that's just me. I know I'm an idiot, but hear me out.
I won't.
Thought not.
But so, like, Cecile was basically telling all these stories to Nora.
Oh,
Iris.
yeah.
Under the guise that she was telling her stories about Barry that they didn't have in the museum. I'm just there. I'm looking at that. I'm just like, well played. Well played. You've just manipulated a girl and your granddaughter, basically, into things.
Well, yeah. She manipulated her granddaughter. What are like grandmas for, eh?
My grandmothers do not manipulate me.
It's a joke because people always say about food, don't they? They manipulate you about food, is what they say. But in this case, it's about parents she hates. So yeah.
I'm just sat there. I'm just like, well played.
The worst part is it's not even her biological grandmother either. She still got the job done.
Yeah, the biological ones are dead, both of them. But then again, my grandfather. No, I can't say that actually because I'm.
No! Joe's the only one of Norva's biological grandparents that are alive. Oh my fucking god!
But we do know he is confirmed to survive far into the future, so...
Yeah, thank fuck for that. 2049 is still alive. Whew.
But
the next thing you know, timeline changes. Oh fuck!
Yeah, I could...
Nora's been doing enough of that.
Yeah, she has done enough of that. Largely everything looks like it's going to play out the same. It's just like a few changes. I say that, something major's going to happen in the next episode, because they're both going back in time.
Yeah, next thing you know, Savitar kills Joe, like...
For real?
What?
Yeah, you're just there like, for real? Seriously?
Oh, but no! I don't want Joe to die.
I don't think anyone does. So yeah, that's something.
Oh, can't wait until the X episode. That'd be amazing.
It is going to be good, actually. That comes out on Tuesday. Fuck me.
Yeah. Well, we say it Wednesday, so because we go about it through totally legal means, people. Don't worry.
So I won't really talk about the villain. It was one-dimensional as fuck.
No.
I say one-dimensional in the way of
like his body, he was two-dimensional. He was a typical villain, but he had a very slight motive. And like his powers, he was also flat at times.
But so moving, basically I go for like maybe a 7 for that episode. The bits that weren't filler were good, but that's really it. Moving on to episode 6. Unless there's anything else you want to say on episode 5.
Well, obviously we know that Nora changed her mind about Iris right at the end, yeah. Obviously mostly changed her mind about Iris after all the stories that Cecile told, yeah.
Yeah.
And what was it that told about totally what was the bit that totally changed her mind about Iris?
She jumped off a fucking building. And I will just say, my literal reaction to that was just screaming out, "You idiots!"
Why? Think about it this way.
Doesn't fucking work. Barry's more likely to survive. He can phase through the fucking things because he's no.
This is what I mean. You don't pay attention to the episode. Ragdoll put meta dampening cuffs on him. You idiot. If she didn't do anything, Barry would have died. If she literally jumped off building and failed, he would have died. Yeah, and
yeah, but then Nora probably would have shown up before everything else had gone wrong. So Iris is sacrificed.
However, how is Iris meant to know that though?
Plot force.
Also, where the fuck was Nora? She was watching Barry fall down a building because she saw Iris jump off. What the fuck, Nora?
I think she was just like, How do I think she was trying. Maybe Barry had finally taught her the lesson of go in and case the environment before you act. Off screen, basically what Oliver was training him on in the very first crossover with Captain
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure though, if Oliver saw his parent alive and was falling, he'd try and fucking save him.
Oh, he would, but he would also be brooding and tactical about it. Let's be honest.
Okay, first I go, oh, fuck, he's dead. Wait, no. Because of Castle effects, he'd be like, okay, she's dead. No! Would be his reaction.
So
the fucking scream he did.
Basically, Iris would have known that Nora was there via plot force, which you could also put down to the Speed Force giving her a vision if that had actually happened, and people would have gladly accepted that explanation.
Only because Iris had access to it before, so there's slight precedent for it. And to show it's sentient, so, but it's still stupid enough to be tricked.
But moving on to episode 6.
Yeah, like this episode taught people to stay quite frosty if you've been away from your parents for a long time.
You and your puns, can you stop? I'm getting a headache from them.
Okay, well, I think you might need to get some frozen produce on there then.
I hate you. I will actually be yelling at you after this podcast.
Okay, you have my full permission.
I'll just roast you about your ex.
Oh, fuck. Not again. Which one this time? No! So I can't believe you fucking did that. That's evil of you.
You're forgetting this is me you're friends with, okay?
Yeah, but you're not usually that evil. Fucking hell. You're chaotic. You're usually chaotic good. You're chaotic good.
Episode 6 titled The Icicle Cometh.
Dirty fuck.
It was alright, wasn't it? Like, it's not solidly great, but I think I'm glad that we finally have a backstory for Caitlin.
Definitely. I mean, it was better than episode 5, I'd say.
It was. I was cringing at all the Cecile stuff in this one. I'm just like, oh come on! You went from really good in the last episode to pretty bad in this one. I kid you not.
What's like?
So
where were we again? One sec.
Episode 6. I'm sort of saying how Cecile was pretty bad in this episode compared to episode 5.
Cecile. I can't remember Cecile being in episode 6.
Oh, she was. She and Ralph were doing shit about investigating FEMA.
Oh!
I'm just like, this is fucking cringy. Let this be over.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as we saw her in the West household, I'm just gonna slightly jog these scenes on a bit, if you know what I mean. Not skip them entirely, but sort of just skip parts of them to where I thought, okay, they'll have surely stopped this gag now. But nope, no such luck.
I still don't understand how you can do proper podcasts while I'm not even seeing all the episodes, you idiot. It's really bad you do that, and
well, no.
Eventually, I might have to start doing a podcast by myself and just give the recordings to it this way, because it'll probably be better that way.
I didn't skip the scenes outright. I went in there.
No, but it's still missing parts of it. For all you know, there could be important information for later on in the entire show. But remember we did it? Like, no, I don't remember that. Because you fucking skipped it, you fucking cunt.
I think it's because I'm enjoying the more serious nature of the Flash at the moment.
Flash isn't a serious show though. You want Flash? Go back to Arrow. You want serious? Go back to Arrow.
Oh, I still watch Arrow. Don't worry. But no, this
Stay
season
away from the
this
flashing.
season is extremely serious in a lot of the stuff it's addressing.
No, that's the overall message. The actual show itself is not serious, you fucking cunt. That was season 3. Season 3 was serious.
Season 3 was serious. Season 5 looks like it's going to be serious as well, just with more humour injected. The point I'm making here is, I didn't skip them outright, and when it came to the important information parts of the episode, I went back and I watched those bits through. So, that was fine. It was just the lead up to that, which I'm just like, okay, yeah, let's move this along a bit, because this is just too in your face humour. Which is one of my biggest criticisms of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I won't get into a whole review about that, but that movie was horrible because it kept trying to use humour too much. Paul Rudd, you're a fucking awful writer.
Paul Rudd?
Yeah, he plays Ant-Man in Marvel.
Wait, did you say he directed an episode or something?
No, Paul Rudd wrote for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh.
I hated that movie because there was too much humour, and it was just horrible.
It's the MCU, it's gonna be humour, you absolute fucking cunt.
Not humour shoved down your face every single second, though.
That's the Marvel otherwise known, so I don't see the problem with it.
Just watch Ant-Man and the Wasp and you'll understand. But,
I'll probably end up hailing it. It's the best film I've ever seen.
You would, actually.
Marvel-wise, anyway.
No, I think you'd probably prefer Spider-Man Homecoming. But,
Yes, that was amazing. Venom is my best film of all time, actually.
But,
wait,
I'm drawing comparisons. I'm drawing comparisons
Yeah.
because that humour was too in your face, and I'm just like, okay, yeah.
And Kanan, quick question for future reference. Venom was made by Sony, yeah?
Yep.
Venom's also Marvel property, though. Yeah, like intellectual property. So was that a Marvel film or a Sony film? What do you class it as? A Marvel Sony or just Marvel or just Sony?
It's Sony, but in association with Marvel. That's what they put it as.
There we go. All right, association, cool. So yeah, that doesn't class as a Marvel film then, really, no?
No.
Okay, cool.
But no, the reason I'm criticising that is because the humour was way too in your face and it was fucking horrible. It actually was. It was horrible for various reasons because it is just this is way too in your face. I don't like this. I'm not sure many others. Like, I'm sure there'll be a group of fans who do, but I think a lot of fans will be like, even the hardcore ones are going to say, this is a bit too in your face, please stop doing it.
Yeah. I understand a little bit, but... No.
So all I did was just try and move the scenes along a bit and see, is there going to be anything important here or not really? Up until the final time they went in there, no, there wasn't, so... But I went back and watched the bit where they did give away the important information. And I'm just like, okay, finally, there we are. This should be a one and done thing. Not dragged out over an entire episode.
Sounds like gridlock, to be honest, doesn't it? Should be one and done.
First episode was good though, and it made for actually entertaining stuff. The stuff in the FEMA Centre did not. As for the rest of the of the episode, thoughts?
It's fairly good. I mean, we end up discovering we end up discovering Cecile's actual abilities. They're not telepathy; it's fucking empathy, which somehow grants her the ability to read minds anyway. But fuck it,
because you know, logic, plot force. They'll probably explain it away with the speed force.
Well, to be fair, they'll probably explain the fact that emotions can be linked to the mind IRL. So that's how they do it. They'll say, oh, the emotions are linked to what they're thinking, so that's how you can know that they're thinking.
Yeah, but they're probably going to explain away her getting those powers via plot force or speed force. Place your bets.
Can't be speed force. Anything is a plot force, but it's going to be pseudoscience. Bet ya, pseudoscience.
I was going to say speed force because
No, she wasn't involved in the Speed Force at any point. Remember, she wasn't there. Unfortunately, when either portals were opened. So
I was going to put it back to the Speed Force Storm potentially, like maybe some of the residual energy from a lightning bolt nearby got her. Not enough to harm her, but potentially.
and that's why she only got her powers when she's pregnant. Okay, yeah, definitely.
Hey, we don't know how long powers can take to manifest in this universe.
That's true. But however, you can't pop it up to that anyway because she was hit by the dark matter wave in season 1. Remember? So
you can even put it you can put it down to that even as well.
Yeah, that's what they did last season. They said about that. They said, you must have had that residual in your DNA, and when you're pregnant, the hormones activated it. That's literally what they fucking said.
But what did you think about like the Caitlyn storyline? Because that's the bulk of the episode, really, isn't it? What did you think of that?
Pardon?
What did you think of the Caitlyn stuff from episode 6? Because that's pretty much the bulk of it.
I mean, it was fairly good. It was fairly good. That was the main plot. Obviously, it was alright. Definitely worth watching it for that.
Do you think
people are saying how that, maybe a little bit, but you know how obviously people saying that that guy was crazy because Thomas was crazy because of Icicle was basically controlling him.
Yep.
Well, it's clearly already fucking crazy before that, considering he was already calling it Keone before he got the dual personality. So yeah.
I'd love to. I think there's a lot of unanswered questions, but there are still a fair few questions that are answered. Most of them will probably end up being untrue. Because, you know, it's the Flash. They thrive on making things end up untrue. But,
So it sounds like you then.
But no, I enjoyed the storyline. I think that was the point of the episode I was actually interested in, as opposed to anything else. Not much else really had kept my interest captured over it at all. Just because, like, the rest of it was fairly slow. And I'm just there like, okay, right, finally, we're back to Caitlyn and her father, and I'm just there like, I really want him to be a good guy, but it's the CW writers for The Flash, and we know it's not going to happen. Or at least not immediately. So that was something, wasn't it? Like, I don't know, do you want to start breaking this down, and then we'll discuss each part you break down as you go?
Can do, yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, so break down the first thing you want to discuss, and we'll discuss it.
Okay, can I start? I don't know. Fuck, I should have thought about this beforehand. This is a fucking hard one to decide the first one. 1 second. 1 minute, let me speak through the episode.
Just pick one off the top of your head.
Okay, so, Icicle was controlling Thomas, yes?
Yep.
Then how the fuck was he looking normal?
So do you remember the skin grafts they showed in the episode that Cisco found?
Yeah.
So he was basically covering himself in the skin grafts to make himself look like he was actually human. Because he was watching them, so he probably knew when they were coming. He'd have just put on the skin grafts then, and he'd have looked normal. Because whether or not those would have rotted over time or something, I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. So I am thinking that to make sure he didn't look like Icicle, he put on those skin grafts. Up until then, yeah, he looked like him.
Yeah, that's a fair good point.
Like they made a point of showing the skin grafts.
But if it was stopping that, how did they go between Thomas and Icicle multiple times in that episode? Like looking normal, not looking normal. when we know for a fact that when he acted like Thomas the second time, just after Killer Frost blasted him, we would know he was still icicle then. So how's he doing it then? He didn't have time to put on skin grafts.
I'm only going off what I know. I mean, there could be something else that caused him to need skin grafts as well, but I think they're chalking it up to it was to cover like the clear crystal ice on his body, basically, so he could infiltrate them, get rid of Thomas.
Wait, say again.
Basically, the skin grafts were his way of infiltrating Star Labs, getting Caitlin to trust him getting that serum or whatever.
Serum, but yes. However, like I wasn't saying that. What I was saying was later on in the episode, after he got everything he needs, he acted like Thomas, and everything went back to normal, but it was still us in control.
I'm saying if anything, Thomas was trying to break through briefly, only succeeded after that fight, but not for long enough, and only because Icicle had really taken a fucking hit and a half in the head. So,
not chest, but yeah,
his head would have slammed into the floor. Okay, he got sent flying.
Yeah, which was knocked the Moddy out, yeah, for temporarily anyway, yeah.
It would have knocked out the Icicle thing just briefly enough to show Caitlin that yes, there is a dual personality there. It's going to play a part later on this season.
I hope so, but they really didn't show it that way. They showed it as Icicle was just trolling her there. So,
well, you know the Flash writers, they want people to think one thing, but it's in reality another thing.
I am the future, Flash. Like I told you from the beginning, I am the future Flash. I was like, knew it.
And
I saw that reveal coming from the very first episode. Well, that he appeared in properly.
But that
episode 7.
So they did that, and so basically I think Thomas was able to briefly break through and show Caitlin, oh yeah, 2 personalities. He's got this dual identity disorder. I need to go really hurt this Icicle guy to the point that he can't appear anymore.
Doesn't work that way though.
This is comics, okay? Anything goes.
Well, no, it's comic CW. Not everything goes.
Pretty much everything goes, which means dual identity disorder, things being different,
including adoptive incest for some weird reason.
Yep, that's okay for some reason.
But nah, no, as
Sweet
a person who
home Alabama.
Lord coming on to you.
Yeah,
but in universe, that's all right, really, because of course they knew each other beforehand and all that.
Yeah, but normally,
but the writer has had to suggest that, or one of the writers had to suggest that. That's where it's weird. Like someone in one of the servers said, I think it might be Techo server, says that someone's projecting their own feelings there. Yep. Indeed.
Intensifies. But basically. Yep.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So yeah, basically, they're probably just going to explain that away differently. Moving on though.
It's okay because they're near Alabama.
I think even in Alabama there's a lot of like incest isn't really allowed, but I don't know. I've never been.
It's where it happens the one. It's happening where it happens the most.
I wouldn't fucking know. But I've never been. Have you been?
What, Alabama?
Yeah.
I've never been out of the country.
Okay, yeah, so you can't really make any judgments on that.
No, but a friend of mine lives in Alabama.
Oh boy.
What?
I don't fucking know.
No, he isn't. He isn't with a sibling. He's with a cousin. No. No.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Thank fuck. Yeah, so that's all going on and stuff, and then so they'll probably explain that away with, oh, they did something, they took him to the Speed Force or something. Barry did something Speed Force related on him, turned him back to normal, got rid of ice.
It's going to be like the fucking Martian film. I'm going to Speed Force the shit out of this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, have you seen? By the way, have you seen Martian?
No, I haven't. I've seen the trailer.
I recommend it. Trailer doesn't look much, but it's an amazing film.
Yeah, I've heard it's an amazing film.
Yeah, it's the same as Venom. Venom's one looks like horror, like trailer's like horror, but it's not.
But so yeah, next thing.
Oh, he can fly proper, unlike Killer Frost, who can only throw zone away.
I think her ability instead is via ice slide.
Yeah, throw zone style. I said. That's how he does it.
I don't have an answer for that, really.
Yeah.
Unless he's just unless he's able to like use the wind somehow. I don't fucking know. Plot Force, we'll go with it. Next.
one second. What I was going to say is they sure do like having their villains be able to fly, don't they? Look at Savitar. He launched himself away up in the fucking air. Cicada. Well, DeVoe can fly with his chair. Cicada can fucking fly. Now Askel can fly.
I think Cicada can just leap really fucking high.
No, that's Savitar.
No, that's what the actor has said about him. It was just like he leapt very high and was able to get away. It's not necessarily flight, just he can jump very far and very high.
He can jump very far, but he jumps straight up. So
yeah, it doesn't mean he didn't go somewhere we didn't see on screen. Moving on.
Falls back into frame. Oh shit. Yeah, moving on.
Didn't quite work, lads. Let me try again.
Can you think up of something this time?
Pardon?
Can you think up of something this time, please?
Okay. All of the answers that Thomas gave to Caleb. Well, Thomas in quotation marks. True or false?
I can't remember what they were.
Oh, basically.
I didn't get an option to fucking see this again, did I, you idiot?
Okay, I'll break it down for you. He's basically saying, oh yeah, I came in here looking for a way to cure my ALS. I see. Yes, but they closed the site while I was still here. I've been stuck here ever since. I'd have to spend months in a cryo chamber. I survived on rations. Stuff like that.
There's actually there was something that actually up showing it was evil immediately.
Oh yeah, and what was that?
AOS. No, I'm not judging either. In the past season, The Flash, do you know what Caitlin said?
What?
Her father had MS, not AOS. Multiple sclerosis, not whatever that is. He didn't have AOS, he had MS.
I'm guessing there's always the possibility you can have both, but I wouldn't fucking know.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
True, but neither are the CW writers, so
they
MS,
probably consulted a doctor beforehand, let's be honest.
Probably, but it's a CW. Would you actually see them doing that?
I do, slightly, actually, because if they're going to throw in a bunch of medical stuff, which they do sometimes, that can't always be explained away with plot force or just fans figuring out...
Fake universe science. Actual science that's in that fake universe is called pseudoscience.
I think they'll have consulted a doctor about the whole ALS and MS thing. They'll have done that. But not for everything. So, yeah, how many of those answers do you reckon were actually true as opposed to false?
Obviously, cryo chamber and all that, false.
Okay,
Rations. Rations false, he could just fly somewhere, get food, come back.
Yeah, just fly there, get some fish, heat them up, eat them.
Yep.
So what bits?
We all know how much Gollum loves fish.
So what do you think was true then? Do you think he genuinely entered looking for a cure?
Yeah. He was experimenting on himself using what he did with Caitlin. Right. No, he did it on himself before Caitlin, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he had a dual personality back then. So I reckon that either that might be a lie. Unless he tried again, and that's how it happened.
I'll give you a nice little bit of trivia here, by the way. The name Kion is that of a Greek goddess. She's one of
Greek goddess, yes.
She's one of the more minor ones. She is the goddess of snow.
Jack.
Yes.
Like I told you ages ago. How would he know?
Sure you did.
I'm the guy who's been reading Percy Jackson and Heroes of Olympus, in which Keane fucking came up in for absolute years.
I've read Percy Jackson and
Mark of Athena, boy. No, it was either Mark of Athena or House of Hades. Or even Blood of Olympus. It was in the last 3 ones she come up in.
It was Blood of Olympus, you dumbass. It was the first one she came up in.
Oh, that's why I fucking need to read them again. I can't. They're at my fucking parents' house. Ah. Yeah. I swear she must come up multiple times then, because she
probably did. I never really got to the end of that. I'm just like, oh Lord.
I've only read I've only read the Lost Hero once, but I've read the last 3 multiple times.
Lovely. So yeah, all of that stuff happened. And but no, I think he genuinely may have entered looking for a cure, but then Icicle came up, and despite Thomas's attempts to stop him, didn't succeed. It all went horribly, horribly wrong. So yeah, that's my take.
Yeah.
So, shall we give a score to the episode and then move on to like the main part of the review? What was good and what was bad?
A minute.
No, because we need to do this now because I want to try and get this done quickly because I need to go.
Yeah, no. I mean, obviously, I think you did it for this one. So score out of 10 for episode 5.
I gave it a 7.
Oh, I'm here. I'm about 7, 6 or 7.
Yeah, I gave it a 7 just due to like Cecile kind of held it up in places. Really, for me.
Everything is one-dimensionalness, 2-dimensionalness.
What do you give?
Yes,
What do you give for episode 6, The Icicle Cometh?
8.
Okay, you give it an 8. I'll let you do your review and then I'll give my score and review.
I mean, it worked well. On that. It worked well. What was it? Obviously, right. What episode was Ralph and Cecile doing their thing and stuff in?
They were doing it in this one.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, right at the end. They started showing it right at the end. Obviously, that could have been a little bit better. Could have been a bit better, but the main plot of the episode, it was very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Acting and everything?
Yeah, the acting was very good. You didn't hear that voice crack. The acting was good. Obviously, you could almost kind of see real emotion in it, even though there was none because of acting.
I think that's what's good about that, and I'll get to that more in my review. Anything else you want to say in yours, or what?
I like how they actually revealed what Cecile's actual powers are than just doing the whole, she has telepathy. The whole, one of the most, yeah. I don't, The most common superpower is always telepathy. Oh, I wish I could read minds. So,
I would give this a 7.
turns out my one's more accurate, by the way.
I would give this.
I just come up on IMDb 8.3.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 7, if only because I feel
7 out of 8. Yeah.
no 7 out of 10. Only because, like, I felt there were a lot of parts of this in all aspects that kind of dragged on, and I feel we probably could have got some parts done quicker. I feel like the majority of the Ralph and Cecile stuff could have been removed. We saw them how many times? 3 or 4 attempting to infiltrate that place? That FEMA centre? Like,
Yeah, but it's like real life. They've got to find out different ways, you idiot. They can't just get in there immediately.
no, but I think it probably should have just been reduced in the number of times they did it. But also,
I don't know, but maybe twice and then get in. There you go.
Yeah, I would have been fine with that.
Okay. By the way, he might be able to have both then. ALS is amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Whatever the fuck that means.
It's something to do with your brain deteriorating over time.
That's not it's to your back actually, the muscles and stuff like that.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor.
If it's to do with the brain, why is Stephen Hawking had it? If it's to do with his brain.
I don't fucking know what it is. But also, I feel there was a lot of parts that dragged on. I kind of wish Cisco hadn't been so in your face in this episode, really. Because he kind of was. Like, I feel like, I know we needed the suspicion and the drama because it's a TV show. But he felt very in your face to me. Like, we get it, you're suspicious. You don't have to be there every 3 fucking seconds telling us, basically. Which I think is probably one of my biggest complaints. I feel like Kyle Secor, yeah, he fits the part well, but you could have put a bit more emotion in your performance. You kind of felt very monotone for a lot of it. Like,
exactly, that's what makes it so good. He wasn't Thomas at that point, was he? Remember?
I know he wasn't Thomas, and I accept that. But also, even as Icicle, if you want your guys to work well and not for people to get suspicious, try and sound a bit more emotional. As anyone intelligent would do if they wanted to avoid suspicion. Come on, you see my point.
Yeah, a little bit, but it works well because it actually was.
But the stuff with Sherlock and Iris and Nora, again, just wasn't needed.
Yeah.
Like, the majority of the episode felt like filler, whereas the stuff for Caitlin was working towards a story that may still be picked up on later in the show. And it probably will be. But I think, in general, like, what does bring it up to a 7 is the performances of Danielle Panabaker, Grant Gustin, and Carl Secor. I think they both did really well.
Yeah.
And they tried extremely hard, and it paid off.
Yeah. It did pay off quite immensely.
Yeah, it did, and for good reason, because their performances were really good. I bought a lot of what they were doing, and I understood where everyone was coming from. But I think the one problem I've got with that storyline was how in your face Cisco ended up being.
Yeah.
So.
Hello. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's my take. I kind of wish they'd made a bit more information come out than what we got. I think because this left more unanswered questions than questions answered, which is another complaint I have. But overall, in terms of the episode, it was really good. Maybe this is just me saying it on a first viewing, but I'd only give it a 7. Maybe I'd give it higher if I watched it again. But this podcast has been quite short. It's only been about 50 minutes or so.
Yeah, this is the shortest podcast we've ever done, I think.
for various reasons, but also like there wasn't much to say on episode 5.
But the thing is, that's not even that. Usually, this would have been its own podcast. Episode 6, its own one. So it's just that obviously you're speeding through it a lot more because you have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I do. But
episode 5 had no play into this actually. So
yeah, even though there wasn't much to discuss, but you being as long as you were, it probably would have been longer had you not been so long or whatever.
Oh, fuck's sake, Chris. Chris was like on the thing. There's a raid last night.
I know.
Chris was like, oh, didn't answer that fucking phone call. I was asleep, you fucking cunt.
But
and I vote for giving Dylan more permissions.
yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything. So thank you everyone for watching this podcast. We apologise for it being so short.
However, it's more of a bite-sized chunk, so you can get through it a lot quicker now, so you're welcome.
Next one will actually have a lot more content because we'll be going through
Techo is a thing. Are you actually been working on the game at some point
I've
soon?
seen it.
Yes! Hurry up! Remember, thanks to you, my laptop screen got cracked more, which made it even weaker, which means when it fucking shuttered, it cracked more. So, I've got to get a new fucking monitor before I can... and my graphics card can't run UE4, so I can't help you learn it, so you have to learn it by yourself, mainly. I can just watch videos, that's it.
Thank you everyone for watching the podcast. Hope you have a great day, night, evening, or even morning, and as always, peace.
May the speed force be with you.
Bye!